My name is Adam Stone, and I'm the general manager of the OSB plant here in Miramichi, New Brunswick. We produce oriented strand board, short was OSB. We produce about 410,000 cubic meters a year at this plant. We employ around 150 people at our plant, including production people, electricians, and millwrights. And indirectly, we employ around 450 people within the community of Miramichi throughout the year.
We used to be like the mechanic going around, like you would hear before. They had like stethoscopes and all that stuff. So we were relying more on the feeling and the noise and being on the floor. We wanted to be everybody on the floor for that reason. And as you go more competitively, most of the people as remote, there are control rooms. So there's not a whole lot of people on the floor to really listen to the equipment.
Prior to the Asset Watch installation, they used a route-based monitoring handheld device. The technician would have preset routes, critical equipment, collect the data. Then we used a third-party CME, sent the data. He would develop a report, send it to us. We would then develop an action plan to execute the mitigation. The biggest challenges we faced was not picking up real-time data. Like a failure could be happening with defects, or if the bearings were overheating on certain pieces of equipment. It allowed us to really capture that in real time, where prior you would do your route, you could have a potential failure and you would miss that because the routes they had a frequency to them. We might miss something which could lead to catastrophic failure.
In the past, we never had a lot of condition monitoring, but by putting Asset Watch sensors throughout our plant here in Miramichi has helped increase our condition monitoring, but also prevents us from being really reactive towards maintenance and then becoming more predictive towards our maintenance.
Asset Watch being on all piece of equipment that we have right there now, we have like 476 monitor points that we have there now, tells us that we're secure. Somebody else is on the floor 24/7 for you. And everybody gets the same message. They get the preventive.
We started out with phase one, and which consisted like of 100 and some sensors. We've seen the benefit right away. And then phase two and phase three, which put us up to 470 sensors in our plant today.
So Asset Watch's continuous monitoring program has allowed us to predict the failure patterns of our equipment. So for instance, we can predict if an asset is going to last 6 months or 6 days, and we can plan our maintenance accordingly.
The relationship we have with Kevin as a CME has really been a game changer. Having him to go back and forth with on ideas and solutions and what to do next has been a really huge asset to our team.
He's able to take what is actionable and differentiate that between the noise, daily noise. And from that, we're able to develop an action plan, allow us to execute whatever's needed on that asset.
Cost improvement to our plant from uptime, less maintenance cost, almost just over $1.2 million in over a year. A couple major failures that stands out for me would be the trunnion bearings on our dryers and also our blenders. When a trunnion bearing fails, it can cause a major safety issue for our plant, but also major fires within our plant, which puts us down for several days. So we've had a couple good catches from Asset Watch saying a bearing was getting hot or was vibrating that allowed us to catch it before and then allowed us to correct and fix that bearing in our coming down days.
Right now, we're mitigating a potential failure on an ID fan. It was flagged by Asset Watch to change the two bearings due to race defects. If this wasn't flagged and we didn't formulate a plan to mitigate the hazard, it would probably run into the 6 figures with downtime.
Right now, today, we are doing a bearing replacement on a fan that historically has blown apart on us in the past. And right now, we're down on a planned maintenance day, replacing those bearings and avoiding that incident.
For us, a failure like of a trunnion bearing on one of our dryers could be catastrophic to our plant, because right away we start to see fires happening. So by having condition monitoring on our trunnions and our ID motors and our ID fans, things like that could cause us catastrophic failures, has really helped us build the trust. And we've seen it. And from the fact that we've had trunnions that are starting to fail that could have potentially caused major fires within the plant, that has caused us to go check it immediately and to stop fire events like that happening. And I know as you walk through the door this morning, you've probably seen that our health and safety were at 1,249 days with no lost time incident at this plant. For 150 people, that's quite an achievement.
So we have thermal oil pumps throughout the mill that pump thermal oil throughout the mill. It's hazardous conditions that you can't enter while they're running. With the addition of acid watches, it allows us to monitor the equipment 24/7 without having to go into the area and putting ourselves at risk, and making sure we have no unplanned downtime. The culture here has been great so far. It's safety oriented first and production second, and that's the most important thing. Everyone goes home safe.
Right now with the asset watch, everybody's trustworthy. When they say something, we have something to back it up. We have a document, we have a graph. We know the history on the thing for the past 2 years. So we know what we do is react to what they say at the very, very low level when they first come. So I seen us, the benefits is that to being able to trustworthy all department and work together. When you used to come in and then all of a sudden you see a big tree and shaft that's cut in two because it's overheated or you've bearing failure, we might have said, well, we're lucky, but it doesn't happen anymore. You don't see those big things. And then it could have led maybe losing one more piece of equipment and led on to downtime and more aspect to it. So the big monsters are not there anymore.
If you want to increase the reliability at your plant, this is one major way and one major step way to getting there, but also will help reduce your maintenance costs by working on the right equipment at the right time. And Asset Watch has really helped us do that.